だが飛んだ
フリーボールだ。
参上
シャフト一つ及ばなかったか。
これが2本目。レッツ決闘。
だから
カウンター。
ここからだ。
カウンタ
セブンセブン
ー。ファーストが来たよ。カウンタ
ユキ
ー。カウンター。
セブン
カウンター。大丈夫。
セブン
クラガ
ファーストが来たよ。
どこ見てんだかかった昇進どうしただから
カウンター。スラッシュ。
あいつより強いってのか
君は
これが3本目。レッツ決闘。
セブンセブンコーナー。
クラガよ
カウンター。
これはセブ
クラガよ
ンセブンこれは
だから
フリーボールだ。
だからどうした
ここからだ。フリーボール。これは
まだ大丈夫。
セブン
リジェクト。
お前だだからクラガ
ジェントルマンコールで構わんな。ダークエンジェル。
どうしたかかった参上見てきだからクラガよクラガよ
これは君のノークッションは分かっている。高い圧力はダイヤ。
いよいよ実戦ね。アーサー&ベノム。記憶と記録に残しましょう。いざ尋常に。これが1本目。レッツ勝負。カウンター。
もしもし、お久しぶりです。お分かりになりませんか？アンサーです。そう、そのアンサーです。お元気そうで何よりです。
無駄な時間は省く。フリーボールだ。コーナーだ。
カウンター。
お話の途中で申し訳ございません。どうもアンサーです。本日はお忙しいところ貴重なお時間をいただきありがとうございます。早速なのでご恐縮ですが、例のコーナーですね。まずは耳の確認を。そうです。
これは勝った。
ご検討にこれは幸いです。
これは勝った。
カウンター。
はい。ではいずれ
まだ大丈夫。
また改めて飲みの席でも
そこまでだ。
失礼いたします。少々お待ちください。血が入りまして。
まだ大丈夫。
アンサーです。どうもお休みのところ申し訳ございません。館内ではございません。
ファーストが来たよ。スラッシュ。
すぐ戻りますんで。
及ばなかったか。
これが2本目。レッツ決闘。
どうもアンサーです。本日はお忙しいところ貴重なお時間をいただきありがとうございます。早速の話題で恐縮ですが、例の件に関してですね。 承いたしましたが、はい。追い詰められている時はエンジンはかからない仕様です。あと絶対に転ぶ靴など合わせて出回っているようです。
ジェントルマンコールで構わんな。
そうですね。大変申し訳ございません。キャッチが入りまして、
オンライン新しい仲間ね、歓迎するわ。いよいよ実戦ね。アーサー&ベノム、記憶と記録に残しましょう。いざ尋常に、これが1本目。レッツ勝負。
どうも。少々お待ちください。キャッチが入りまして。どうもアンさんです。本日はお忙しいところ貴重なお時間をいただきありがとうございます。早速なわけで
安いものだ。
カウンター
サイドだ。
はい、問題ありません。
フォローが長すぎたらマイターンだ。
ええ、暴走列車でしたら、はい、振り落とされても、頑丈ですから。それならば心当たりがないこともありませんが、ではアポイントが必要ということですか。アンサーです。どうもお休みのところ申し訳ございません。時間外ではございますが、正直フロックか。お待たせいたしました。そうなんですよ。みんな
これが2本目。レッツ決闘。カウンター
安いものだ。完了だ。
どうも。昨日のクリケットご覧になりましたか。いやー、タイムリーな事件で大変申し訳ございません。血が入りまして、こちらからかけ直します。
完了だな。完了だな。
もしもし、お久しぶりです。お分かりになりませんか。アンサーです。そうそのアンサーです。お元気そうで何よりです。
フォローが長すぎたらサイドだ。
インスですよね。存じてます。
カウンターさすが2番よ。
セーブですか。まあ軍隊の方が強いですね。あ、いや、なんか絶対あるんですよね、弱点。必ずお力になれること存じます。ありがとうございました。ご無沙汰しております。
まだ大丈夫。
その説はお世話になりました。近くまで来ましたのでご挨拶をお願いします。しかし、少々お待ちください。キャッチが入りまして。アンサーです。どうも先日は。
安いものだ。
いや、とんでもない。こちらこそ一度お目にかかりたいと思っておりました。
時間を取らせたな。
スラッシュ。
ご不明な点がございましたら連絡を。
スティンガー。
これが3本目。レッツ熱湯。
おはようございます。早くからこれ、少々お待ちください。キャッチが入りまして。
カウンター。
はい、アンサーです。どうも。昨日のクリケットご覧になりましたか。いやー、
カウンター。
そうなんですか。以前ご一緒させていただいたこともありますが、いいえ、
フォローが長すぎたら
悪の組織ですよね。
マイターンだ。
問題ありません。はい。
スティンガー。
構いません。
カウンター
安いものだ安いものだ
今軍隊の強いですね。なんか全体に強いですね。そうですね。ではこのいえお任せいたしました。そうなんですよ。
まだ大丈
そう
夫
なんです。厳しくしつけておきます。なるほど。相手が重装一発大人数ですが、まあほどほど問題ありません。はい、当たりません。そういう職業ですから。はい。
サイド
東地区王国のアンサーでございます。あ、はい。はい。我が国は高地可能面積飛行場。
トレーニング。投影する相手を選んでくださいね。凄まじい記憶力ね。即答連合連の負担よだれの意見しか散らばっている。アーサー&エルベルト、記憶と記録に残しましょう。
あ、どうもアンサーです。はい、どうも。やめてください。飛び込み営業ではありませんよ。
いえ、深海魚も食べられるんですよ。
以前ご一緒させていただいたこともありますが。
いえ、深海魚も食べられるんですよ。私また。
ご検討いただければ幸いです。はい。
いえ、深海魚も食べられるんですよ。
はい、そうですね。ご不明な点がございましたらいつでもお問い合わせください。では。アンサーです。どうもお休みのところ申し訳ございません。
テヒョン、記憶と記録に残しましょう。
どうもアート本日のお忙しいところ。どうもアート本日のお忙しいアンサーです。どうもお休みのところ申し訳ございません。ご無沙汰しております。その説はお世話になりました。近くまで。どうもアンサーです。はい、どうもアンサーです。どうもアンサーです。はい、ご無沙汰しておりますアンサーです。その説はお世話になりました。ご無沙汰。どうもアンサーです。はい。 先日ご挨拶にお伺いしたお世話になっておりますアンサーですアンサーです。どうも先日はいやとんでもないこちらどうも昨日のテレビご覧になりましたか。いやタイムリーな事件でしたね。アンサーです。どうも先日いやとんでもないこちらどうもアンサーです。本日のおいしいチームでご覧いただきありがとうございます。早速アンサーです。どうも先日のとんでもないアンサーです。どうも私のところ申し訳ございません。時間内ではございません。アンサーです。どうもお休みのところ申し訳ございません。どうもアンサーです。本日ご挨拶によろしくお願いします。アンサーです。どうもお休みのところ申し訳ございません。申し訳ございません。お世話になっております林実行のアンサーでございます。
アーサーレイディン記憶と記録に残しましょう。
アンサーです。どうも先日はもしもしお久しぶりです。もしもしお久しぶりです。お分かりになりませんか。アンサーです。おはようございます。これどうもお世話になっております。東地方局のアンサーでございます。はい。どうもアンサーです。はい、どうもアンサーです。ご無沙汰しております。アンサーです。おはようございます。早くからご連絡差し上げて申し訳ございません。アンサーです。どうも先日は。いや、とんでもない。こちらこそ。どうもアンサーです。お世話になっておりますアンサーです。はい。今朝も暑い。どうもアンサーです。はい、どうも。どうもアンサーです。はい、どうも。やめてください。飛び込み営業ではありませんよ。どうもアンサーです。 お世話になっておりますアンサーです。もしもしお久しぶり。お世話になっております東口王国だ。どうもアンサーです。はい、もしもしお久しぶりです。お分かりになりませんか。アンサーです。どうもアンサーです。はい、先日ご挨拶を。アンサーです。どうもお休みのともしもしお久しぶりです。お分かりになりませんか。アンサーです。そうそのアンサーです。もしもしお久しぶりです。どうもアンサーです。どうもアンサーです。はい、どうもアンサーです。どうもお休みのところもご無沙汰しております。その説はお世話になりました。お世話になっておりますアンサーです。はい、ご無沙汰しておりますアンサーです。どうもアンサーです。はい、アンサーです。どうも先日はいやとんでもない私の一度お目にかかりたいと思っておりましたからお世話になっておりますアンサーです。はい、今朝はアンサーです。どうもお休みのところ申し訳ございません。もしもしお久しぶりです。お分かりになりません。アンサーです。どうもアンサーです。ご無沙汰しておりますアンサーです。どうもアンサーです。本日はお忙しいところ貴重なお時間をお世話になっております。アンサーです。どうもお休みのところアンサーです。アンサーです。どうもアンサーです。もしもしお久しぶりです。お分かりになりませんか。ご無沙汰しておりますアンサーです。その説はお世話になっております。アンサーです。どうもその調子だ。その調子だ。その調子だ。アンサーです。どうもお休みのところ申し訳ございません。アンサーです。どうも先日どうもアンサーです。はい、どうもアンサーです。どうも先日よ。いやとんでもどうもアンサーです。はい、どうもお世話になっております。どうもアンサーです。その調子だ。お世話になっております。東地方局のアンサーでございます。もしもしお久しぶりです。おはようございます。どうもアンサーです。その調子。はい。どうもアンサーです。はい。先日ご無沙汰しております。もしもしお久しぶりです。お分かりになりませんか。ご無沙汰しております。その説おはようございます。少々お届けします。アンサーです。少々話の途中で失礼いたしました。おはようございます。早くからご連絡差し上げて申し訳ございません。アンサーです。お忙しい。その調子
調子だ。
アンサーです。どうも先日は
その調子だ。
おはようございます。早くご連絡差し上げアンサーです。どうもお世話になっておりますアンサーです。今朝も暑い日が続きますね。
その調子だ。
おはようございます。早くご連絡差し上げて申し訳ございません。アンサーです。
その調子だ。
アンサーです。どうも先日
その調子。その調子だ。
どうもアンサーです。本日はお休み。どうもアンサーです。本日もしもしお久しぶりです。どうもアンサーです。どうもやめ本日はお忙しいお世話になっております東地区王国のアンサーでございます。はいお世話になっておりますアンサーです。はい今朝も暑いアンサーです。どうもお休みのところ申し訳ございません。どうもアンサーです。はいお世話になっておりますアンサーです。今朝も暑い日が続きます。アンサーです。どうもお休みのところ申し訳ございません。
その調子だ。
少々静かに願います。お得意先ですよね。話のどうもアンサーです。はいどうも
その調子だ。
どうも
その調子だ。
アンサーです。どうもすみません。
その調子だ。その調子だ。その調子だ。その調子だ。
アーサーポチョノキ記憶と記録に残しましょう。カウンターカウンター スイング
Testing 1 2 1 2. Yeah, okay, I got a mic. Yep, your voice announcer setting should be in the sound options. And yeah, thank you. I'm just messing around. The adult Jacko is my personal favorite voice announcer. It's the least offensive of any of them. Like, it doesn't bother me while I'm playing. And thank you for the follow. Oh yeah, I usually don't have this on when I'm just training alone, but let me put this on for you guys. Virtual stick. How do I get it so it's only player one? There we go. Okay, so now you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm glad that you like this game. I have a 800-hour long love-hate relationship with this game. It's like a really toxic relationship I have with this game. There's a lot of stuff in this game that I don't like, but I mean, this game is so crazy with so much personality that I just keep coming back to it every now and then, especially when like the homies are playing it and so forth. So like, one of the things I don't like about this game, how can I display this? Like, the main thing I dislike about this game is that YOCs eat your inputs. I had a really cool test for this a while back. Okay, so I'm gonna take Sin and I'm gonna make him do... How the hell does Sin work? Oh yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna make him do this into this. Right? As a recording. So... Oh, I need to clash. Did I erase the recording or what happened? Oh, he just does it like delayed. Oh, did I just, but yeah, so YOC, this thing, it eats inputs. And even in training mode, if you set the dummy to do something and you YOC at a particular time, it eats that input as well. Notice how he didn't DP there? Even though it's like in the recording. He's not even jabbing. Yeah, it's that bad. So like, if you're on the far side of the screen and you're just trying to play neutral and then all of a sudden your opponent does something like this, you have to hold that because this eats your input. I noticed it when I was practicing something weird. I was practicing, I think, IKs with Jam against Zato or something like that, and then I was doing Max Ryujin through Nobiru, and then I was realizing like, hold on, Eddie isn't doing like 2H afterwards to anti-me, and then I checked, it's like, oh, it's because I'm RCing my Ryujin after going through the Nibiru and it's eating his 2H input. But yeah, it's like it's that bad. And like, I'm definitely not going to be playing Strive. Strive is not like, it doesn't look like it's going to be enough of a circus for me. But like, so YOC in this game is like full screen the slowdown, and Strive is going to have this like circle of the effect of the YOC. But what I'm really curious about is it still going to eat inputs? And is it going to eat inputs in the range, or is it still going to eat inputs at like full screen or whatever? Because, I mean, that's just jank. And like, what happens is, like, if you're just trying to play the game and then your opponent does this, it's like lag. This is a lag switch in the game. It costs 25 meter to just lag your opponent. So that's one of the things I dislike about this game. And it happens a lot, like against characters with Ino. Like Ino will just do this in neutral. She'll just do like this in neutral. And it's like, if these things happen, you just have to hold it. Like, it's kind of dumb. But I mean, this game is mad fun because like, I mean, you get to do like really cool. What other game has cool shit like this, right? Let's see if I can set this dummy up correctly. Please crouch for me and lock everything. Another thing I love about this game is like movement is good in this game. Movement is so good in this game. Drive cancel for KO, like just being able to like cancel your moves, it's so nice, dude. It's so nice. It gives you so much creative freedom to just play around. It's another one of the reasons why I love KOF 13 as well. Like, you just have so much freedom in that game to do cool stuff. Like, you get the hit, and KOF 13 is another game with good movement. Like, I can't stress enough how much good movement makes a game fun. Like, you could do, like, one of the things in this game is you carry your momentum. So like, if I do this, see this move moves me forward. If I do this, that's like, compared to a normal flight, it's like, whee. But these are things that are too hard for kids nowadays. So now dashing needs to have recovery, and air dashes need to look like Mario Sunshine stuff. Shoutouts to LK for that reference. But yeah. Like, for all the jank in this game that I complain about, I still love this game because when it goes right, it really feels good to play. Oh yeah, I've told him to block that. Block everything, you are allowed to switch. First hit only. The training mode in this game is also garbage. Like, it's cool for practicing combos, but it's not cool for like, I need to practice my frame data or I need to check what's plus on block and stuff like. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely feels good to play. Like it feels good to play, and it's like when you get cool shit down, like it feels satisfying. Whoops. My main character in this game is the character that I've had the most love-hate relationship with. It's a character that I'm actually telling myself I should not be playing, and that I should play a real Guilty Gear character, like, you know. Who's a good training dummy for Jam? Oh yeah, Sin is a good training dummy for Jam. What the hell is that default color palette? But yeah, I put 700 hours worth of this game into Jam. I put 700 hours worth of this game into this character here, and as much as I love this character, and as much as, you know, she feels real good to play when everything goes right, she suffers from a lot of problems because of Guilty Gear Exit. And this is a character that I played since like, I played this character in Plus R, and she worked in Plus R. In this game, she kind of just doesn't work because it's not the same game, and they cut away pieces of a toolkit, and the system changes do not favor. So I picked Sin, but like let's put Ino here. So the problems with Jam in this game is that she really doesn't benefit from the system changes from the XX series to the Exit series, or to the Exit series. So something that's very strong in Exit is this. Jam doesn't have a projectile, she hasn't got anything like that. She can do this, but like you're still like, this is cool, I spent 25 meter for movement, but my opponent can still like 6p me out of the air or whatever. This 6p isn't very good either. I mean, it's combo filler at most. It's good if you're trying to like meaty people that are ticking in the air, but as an actual anti-air, it's kind of ass. This is not a real DP. It doesn't have iframes. Well, it has iframes, but it doesn't have iframes until the point where it's active. So if they meet you and wake up, you just die if you're doing that. If you have a card for it though, the carded version does have iframes, but that means you have to like waste a knockdown on getting a card. The whole card system for Jam in this game is kind of jacked up. Depending on what version of Double X you played, you either got double cards if you could do Force Break card, or you got one of each card, so like you got more than one card of a knockdown. And like because of that change in exit, like you think, okay, maybe I can do like, but they wake up before you to get that double. It's a mess. Just bring back Force Break moves for exit. That would be nice. Because this whole character's sort of design is like stubby normals, good movement, but you know, stubby normals and high risk gameplay. And like when you do get the hit and you get like no damage and you only get one card, it's a bit rough. Versus, you know, characters like Ino that, you know, they hit you and they kill you into setup. Yeah, so the thing is like, Jam players hate playing Jam in this game because it fucking sucks. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, but we put so much time and effort and dedication into this character that we're used to playing the game with crap, and there's something different about Jam players that's just like I don't know if it's an attitude thing or something, but like they're mad salty about the game, but they're generally mad good and like mad better than a lot of people who play other characters in this game. And that's not to say anything about results or anything, but it's like, you know, when you don't have privileged things like this, and you have to deal like your whole game like this to get somewhere, you kind of get better than everyone else. I think if Jam players swap characters to proper Guilty Gear characters, they do much better in tournament. Like, imagine Teresa. Like, Teresa's a legend, right? But every time he shows up at tournament, it's like a gamble. Like, how well is Teresa gonna do? How many Kum Haeyuns or Alfelds is he gonna come up against in the bracket, right? But if he picked a different character, if he picked up Ino, if he picked up Alfeld, if he picked up fucking Baiken, even Answer, I think he'd do much better in tournaments. But, you know, man wants to play Jam. I can respect that. And like, that's the thing with Jam players. They have this air about them that like, the game is so hard. Like, they have this air about them that like, the game is so hard and it's ass and like, why does this game hate me so much? But you know, they stick in there and they get results. Oh yeah, lightweights are different. I haven't played Jam in a while, so I'm missing out on these. I'm missing out on this time. Oh, and another problem with Jam. is overlapping inputs. And this is one of Arc System Works' biggest damn problems. So this move, down button, to give you a card. Do you know how many times this comes out accidentally? Like when you're trying to do shit like... when you're just trying to do stuff like this, or you did this. It can happen, you can get a card like this if you whiff this dive kick and then you try to do 2k and then it's like... like when this happens in your opponent's face, you just die. And it's 99% of the time overlapping inputs. This is another favorite one of mine. So she has a... Jam has this parry stance with follow-ups. And the input forward is back forward. Which there are many problems. To illustrate this, I need to do this. Could you block everything and could you crouch for me? You. So I've got Ino here, she's gonna do this block string. I need a better block string for her to do. She'll do that, right? I don't know if that's got a gap that's good enough. So you're blocking. Okay, there's a gap there. That's good. So you're blocking. Why is it uncounted? Do I have this set? Oh, I have it set to forced. Let's not have it set to forced. But like... so the parry input overlaps with blocking and backdash. Eh! But yeah, so I'm getting this parry because the timing is okay for it to work. But sometimes there'll be gaps in block strings and you'll try to parry and you'll get backdash. And then you'll get counter hit on your backdash because backdash came out instead of your parry. And you're like sitting here just trying to do this like... You see it's giving me IB there? Like, I don't want an IB, I want a parry. Oh yeah, she's got a lot of these issues that's like, what the hell? And on top of that, she hasn't got a low parry. So in situations where a parry would be good, like stuff like this, right? Like, she hasn't got a low parry, so if you media her with a low, she just gets body. And she doesn't have much, like, you can do about that, maybe. I got counter hit there because I tried to do... So that kind of works, but like... if you're trying to not get hit by a low meaty and there's a node on top of you, like, she's got issues. And they blatantly cut out a move. So this stance, it has this follow-up. So this thing slides through everything that isn't a low or that has a hitbox that goes on the ground. And the problem is, like, a lot of shit in the game just has hitboxes that go on the ground. So like, use of this is often very calculated, and the actual sway low profiles, so it can go through projectiles as long as they don't have hitboxes that go on the ground. or like actual lows, so that will just body her. So yeah, there's this, there's S puffball, and there's H puffball. But in XX she used to have like a jumping flip, which is quarter circle back P, which is just like a flip out of the jumping thing, and she hasn't got that in this game. So if you see this like sway, just do a crouching button and you win. It's like, okay, that's cool. So I have a move that I can use, and everyone has very easy counterplay to it, and I don't have any sort of big counterplay to get around that. Like, maybe you could do something like this, but, you know, I've done a YOC into this. I've given my opponent time to look at that. But she has a lot of those kind of problems in this game. And meter management, like the card system messes up a meter management, because in Jam is supposed to be a character that, like, she gains most of her meter when she's actually hitting her opponent, right? But what I want to do, what I want is my opponent to not block. So she gains a lot of her meter when she's like actually hitting her opponent, and then when she's forced to, and then like, okay, it ends in a hard knockdown and she gets a card, and then she's kind of forced to like play this neutral game of like not doing anything and just like dash blocking around, but she's holding a card, right? So the whole idea is that she can kind of bank her meter into these cards. The problem with Exit is that, like, you don't get a lot of cards, whereas in the Double X series, you know, she got like Force Break card, which just gave her like, that's a Force Break card worth of cards, and it would cost 25 meter, and that's like, cool, she can play now. So like, she can afford to go to this like neutral game of like just trying to not get hit, trying to whiff punish the opponent, trying to find counter hits, and then, oh hey, she gets the hit. She gets the hit, she can spend the cards, she can kill her opponent. Like, that's what she did in XX. And it would build meter, and then she could end it in another Force Break card and repeat that process. Like, she didn't need a lot of meter to function in neutral, but they've really just cut her legs off in this game, which is a shame. She's fun though. She's fun though. She's got very nice Gatling roots. She's got very nice Gatling roots and like weird things that you can do with her, but I mean, what does it matter if your opponent just does this and then wins? That's one of the reasons why I'm trying to not play. One of the reasons why I'm trying to not play Jam. Cause like, but damn, like this, landing that is so satisfying. And then getting the getting the 4-6 PK afterwards is also very satisfying. But she's a problem character. She has a lot of character specific routes as well. Like every time you see a 4-6 PK, this into that, every time you see that connect as a true combo, it's some like Google Docs Excel worksheet combo routing specific to every character that's been worked out. So yeah, this is Jam. She's like A tier, but she's definitely not A tier because of what she has as a character. I'd say she's definitely more A tier because of the players that rep this character and how far they've pushed her. I mean, Teresa has to be a good Guilty Gear player if he's in top 8 of Guilty Gear everywhere playing this character. Dude, Otachi vs Teresa is a fucking heart attack machine because it's a Jam playing against Alfeld. Like, this is my theory. If Teresa didn't have to play against Alfeld players, he'd win Combo Breaker. Just that the matchup is so ass. Like, this Jam. And where is Alfeld? Okay, so there's no hitbox viewer in this game. It's kind of ass. That would be nice. But like, so the thing with Jam, right, is yeah. So like, just bear that in mind with like what I'm about to show you and how crazy it actually is. How crazy good Teresa has to be to have, you know, kept it a close match, because like, so all of these buttons, right? Like, you see like the range she extends her fist, like this is a fast normal, but she extends her hurt box. The same with this, the same with this, the same with this, the same with this. Not so much with this, but like the whole point of a 6P is like it's got upper body invulnerability so that you can anti-air with it, and so that you can like beat people's far pokes with this, right? And then like my button came off. But we cool. And then you've got this character, it's like this has a hitbox that goes on the ground, right? You don't see it, but it's there. Trust me, it's there, right? So
時ある見えカウンターカウンター見え何それカウンター受けるのあれカウンター
I'm getting counted because I'm trying to 6p through that normal, right? It trades. So her fast slash just like hits me out of my button anyway. And like and this, dude, this. Okay, so this you can low profile, but it's like, look at the range of this, right? This just shuts down that whole like airspace. And oh hey, look, it's another low 5k. And like, look at the range on that. It has more range than her 2k. Like what the hell is this character? So like, the only thing Teresa really has in this matchup to contest is this. Because this has some strike invulnerability that he can use to go through. I'm not even joking, right? And for him to get this, he needs to first, like, find a way to get some space in the match to charge it up. So he's wasting his wins in neutral to have another chance to win at neutral. And it's just, oh, it's so bad. And he can't even, like, this is alpha, right? So you can't just go full screen because she'll just shoot you. It's like what the hell is this character? Like, right? So you can't just get full screen to charge a card to do that. It's a horrendous matchup. So you can't chill full screen because Alfeld will just shoot you. You can't play in close because her buttons just beat all of your buttons, and it's like, it's hell. You just have to give up everything to get these card charges. And only when he has these card charges, then he can kind of play. Yeah. You see? That's exactly what I expected was gonna happen. Because like, in the face of all of these problems, Teresa still makes top 8 for world class Guilty Gear tournaments everywhere. And he does it with this dumb character. Right?
All human activities are equivalent, and all are in principle doomed to failure. Thus, it amounts to the same thing, whether one gets drunk alone or is elimination. And dreamers, I call myself a drunk.
Oh no, it's gonna give me default colors. It always gives you default colors when you select of this list. What the hell? This is why Viking players spend all of their time looking at art on Twitter than actually playing the game. Mystic is pretty dope. He's a pretty good Viking player. Like, mad respect to him. Like, Mystic is the optimal Exert Viking player. Like, everything... I practice a lot of things with Viking just because, like, someone has to, right? Someone has to for our community. And Sali's given up on this game because of a little, like, smoking bride over here, right? So everything that I've practiced, that I've failed to do in matches, Mystic gets it like clean. You know, like stuff like I don't even know what are Baikon's Gatling routes. Yeah, that's one. Right, like Mystic gets all that stuff so clean, and his Baiken is a pleasure to watch.
どこ見てんだ。見てんだ。
What? Was I doing it wrong? All the lightweight characters are trolls in this game. Does this just not work in the corner? Oh, you're supposed to do the other route. Well, does this just not work in Elfeld? Oh my god. I don't get it. I don't get it. So, how do I? Damn it, Alpha. So I guess on Lice you just go straight into JSD loops, so she doesn't get the swaggy. Oh, is Leo too heavy? Ah, this will work on him. Cool. If I can, like, not be ass. Rollback would be nice. I don't. The issue isn't standardized weights. The issue is standardized hitboxes. Like I don't mind having to. Yeah, basically Rev 3 with less cut. I agree. That'd be great. Like I don't mind having to learn or figure out different combos with different weight classes. What I do mind is having to figure out different combos every single character in a specific weight class because of like Axel doesn't have legs when he's being hit in the air, or Soul doesn't have a head when he's in the air, or you know, random shit like that. Like you don't see the hitboxes in this game. I don't have an overlay for that, but like hitboxes are mad in this game. But yeah, it's also one of the reasons, like, yeah, that kind of stuff happens. So I think I'll demonstrate this. I'll take Ino, and where is Soul? Soul is like the first guy on the list, right?
イノ&ソル記憶と記録に残しましょう
So like, okay, I think it was this. Axel is the same weight class.
アクセル記憶と記録に残しましょう
Yep. You see how like this whiffed on Axel, but on Soul, the same weight class,
記憶と記録に残しましょう
right? They're the same weight class. They are both middleweights, but that works in Soul.
イノ&アクセル記憶と記録に残しましょう
And it doesn't work in Axel, right? Now, I know this, so I'll adapt and I'll just be like, okay, I'll do that instead, right? But if this is a match, right? Like a tournament match, and all of a sudden you've been playing Soul all day, and now you're playing Axel, and then you land a hit, and then you go for this, and now you've wasted 50 meter on a thing like this. Like, that's an opportunity to close out a match that like you've just missed because of like Guilty Gear shit. Now I don't mind that there's different weight classes, but I do mind stuff like this where like even in the weight classes there's shit that just doesn't work on that weight class. Like a famous one,
ザトン記憶と記録に残しましょう
like a very famous one is like, so Ino is a lightweight, right? But she's tall because the tip of her hat has a hitbox. So in the version of the game before this, Answer used to have an infinite that only worked on Ino, where if you find old Mikado footage of Johnny-O's stream, look for Kazunoko playing Answer, and he used to do something like this, right? So that used to link on Ino standing. right? It doesn't anymore because they reduced the attack level of this in the patch, so it doesn't give the link. Right, so you can't do this infinite anymore. There's a gap between the AED that can do something about. But if you look for like old Mikado footage of Kazunoko playing Answer, he used to do this to all the players, and it's infinite, right? You're gonna die if you get hit by that, so you have to burst or you die. And it only worked because has a very has a very tall standing hitbox because of her hat. That doesn't work. PhD wall stick hour. I can green dart on demand. It's just in combo I avoid it because the green Daro shortens your recovery by 2 frames, and these juggles have very particular timing. So I do the regular Daro on hit just to make sure that my timing is correct. Otherwise, I will microdash 2 frames earlier and have them too high. There's a Goldilocks height. That's just me though, you can learn it with green Daro, it's fine. I hope everyone is excited for the Ramlethal and Guilty Gear Strive, because I can bet you all of these cool combos are going to disappear. I think in the trailer they show Ramlethal special cancelling this, and this is like a Tekken string move, right? Triple K, and she special cancelled that in the trailer, so it's like okay, that's cool. I'm doing the wrong one. What? Do I need height for this? Yeah, I need height for this. That's cool, man. Get your sleep. What time is it? Oh, it's like 20 to 2. Cool. How long have I been live? GG's, man. Keep well. Sleep well as well. Oh, you're an hour ahead? I see you, I see you. Yeah, man, get that sleep. GG Zero, keep on. Yeah, if I do sleep, I will try to sleep well. Sleep has kind of been a problem for me these last few weeks. I've legit not seen sunlight. I'm in South Africa, Cape Town. Cape Town, South Africa. So basically what happens is, lockdown happened, yeah, I'm a CPT boy. So like, lockdown happened and a bunch of us now have to work from home, so I'm working from home and that's cool and all, but you know, like when you work from home and you don't need to go out the house and you don't need to be somewhere, like you just work on your own time and you stay up to get your work done and one thing leads to another and all of a sudden, on a normal day, I wake up at like 8 p.m. and I'm asleep all the way from like 7 a.m. through to 8 p.m. It's whack, dude. It's so whack. So like I'm in between everything. I'm trying to get back on a regular sleeping pattern again, so I can at least see some sunlight. Wow! This robot broke out of that stagger so quick. That's amazing. GG's Phantom Chuckles, keep all. Yeah, I think I will. How long have I been streaming for? I've been streaming for an hour and 30. So I will let this loop mix play through another loop while I practice stuff, and then that will be it. So like another, if I had to guess, maybe another 30 minutes or so. Oh, Leo's another one of these characters. But Leo is medium heavy. Ramlethal's a very interesting character. She has I think she can definitely play Guilty Gear, but she's got problems.
ダブルズズ&レオ
She also has problems in this game.
しましょう
Firstly, like, if you look at the command list for Ramlethal, what is all of this? So these are all of her strings. And there's like 13 of them. So that's like all of this stuff. Right? So like all of these kind of strings are in there. If you try to memorize them all off of this list, you're going to drive yourself mad. But a very easy way to sort of remember that is like, okay, I want my string to start with something, and then like, if you remember the start and the end of your strings, like what you started your string with, and what you want your string to end with, then it's like a lot easier to remember them. She does have the hardest combos in the game. Like 3. So what's supposed, like, he's not supposed to dance off the wall there, he's supposed to like stick. But it's towards the end of her combos it becomes very sort of like frame perfect on getting the juggles right, getting the wall sticks right. Like, she's pretty technical. I've seen Infiltration try to learn this character and give up because she's just too much. But that's what makes her cool, right? The thing that gives her problems though is what is like first? 1. So that means if I do this, you'll do that. Okay, cool. So her combos are very long, which means like while you're hitting your opponent like builds a lot of their burst gauge back. She's also very fiddly. Like, you need to get good with like where your swords are. What's the difference between like your fast slash when you have a sword, when you don't have a sword, right? And her normals, like, she's got long range normals. Like, these are not really that good. They're impressive, but they're not really that good. Like, that doesn't give you that on a normal hit. On a counter hit, it does. And against a crouching opponent, it also does. If I remember the math correctly, if your opponent is crouching and you hit them, you get 1 extra frame, right? So there's 1 frame that allows me to do that. And if you think like, also like, yeah, this man knows his fighting game music. I like that. There's actually 2 Russian saxophone mixes in this mix. There's a Russian saxophone 2, and the track before this was Cool Jam, which is the Russian saxophone variant that happens when Iori and Kyo fight. But yeah, so like a problem with Ramlethal is like her combos are long, which means your opponent gets to burst more because there's more time for your opponent to rebuild that burst. And also like these normals
排除する
are not really that good. Like
排除する
this is mad minus on block. This is mad minus on block, especially on whip. It's madness.
そぐそぐ
This normal isn't very good. Like it's got it extends the hurt box before it actually hits. So while it covers good range, it doesn't like
そぐそぐそぐそぐそぐ
the range it covers isn't even that good. Like
そぐ
what the hell? So like Leo breathing is the difference between whether this hits or not.
そぐそぐそぐそぐそぐ
Guilty Gear is whack.
そぐそぐそぐそぐそぐ
But this normal isn't that good. Like, if you take Ramnathal Fast Slash and you compare it to something like Alfeld Fast Slash or Kai Kisuke Fast Slash
記録に残しましょう
or Soul Fast Slash, like
もう少し腕がいいです許可しないわ痛いわそぐ
whoops. Oh yeah.
深海魚も食べられるんですよ
We've got a lot of strong KOF. We have a good strong KOF community here in Cape Town as well. It's basically like if you want to graduate from high school, you have to know how to play KOF, either 98 or 2K2 here in Cape Town. Everyone has like some weird ass pocket team or something that they can do in KOF here. So it's definitely one of the most popular arcade games around, which is a pity now that you can't go to arcades anymore with you know what's going on in the world right now. Hopefully that gets to clear up. Fightcade's always around, and we all have like 2K2 UM, 98 UM on Steam and stuff. So we in there with the KOF. And yeah, these buttons are like they're not as good as they're good, but they're not as good. They're not like the best buttons in the game for those for like that slot of buttons. And then like without the sword, like this is faster, but it's like pretty ass. This is pretty ass as well. These are good if you can find the space. Oh, and she can't even just set up a sword like this because as soon as she blocks something or gets hit, the sword set gets cancelled, right? Which is a pity if you're trying to like set up a sword and then duck. Like if Alpha presses a normal there and I block it, that's like, okay, rip my sword. Like I have to give up my turn. So she struggles. Ramnathal struggles a lot to get momentum, but as soon as she gets and she gets like, you know, all of that stuff, that's where Ramnathal shines. She can play corner setup and pressure in this game, which is nice. But long combos give opponents the opportunities to burst. Like having very like they are kind of weak. Her normals are kind of weak. Like outside of like I don't have gun frame open, but like ideally, like if you want to play Ram with the normals, you want to be like this kind of range. Oh, that's one of the worst TPs I've seen in a while. That's a good button. It's a good anti-air as well. But you want to kind of get into this range where you're using your strings. Like, as soon as you get in like using your strings, that's good. But like when you're trying to get in with Ram, he's on. This is a good button. That sword touches the floor. Like this touches all the way on the ground. So if they try to 6p, like if they try to 6p you, you'll just go through them. Which is like, again, where's my main character? Jam can't do anything about this button. Anything at all. She can't 6p it. She can't 6p that button. She can't sway through that button. She can't like step through that button because this just like touches the floor. it's so like, what is this? This is a jumping button. And if Ramlethal lands this in this matchup, like it's GG. Otherwise, yeah, Ramlethal's normals are pretty weak compared to the top tier characters. Ramlethal's buttons are hella weak. And then your combos are very tight, so when you land those hits, it's really hard to keep your combo. And if your combo drops, then you just die, because if your combo drops, then you die, because where most characters have like buttons like this, with Ramlethal you've got like these strings, right? So if I commit to a string, I can't like you know, stop myself, and if it whiffs, then it's like, okay, cool, I'm doing this on whiff now. GG. Oh right, I need to practice this.
イノ&エルゲルト記憶と記録に残しましょう
The KOF, like KOF is a very strong and popular fighting game. Oh yeah, so you do this. Oh wait. I need this to be. Is that gonna trigger it? Nope, it needs to be lower. There we go. Why did she do that? Oh, Ino just does this, like, off a throw. Or do I not have enough meter? I probably don't have enough meter, that's why. Insta-kill combos in this game are very particular. So yeah, Ino does get this, like, off a throw. They have to be below 20% health, and I need to have full meter. This is a universal one. 5D in the corner, into the side running, and then you YOC, IK activate, and go. Oh, that's too small. Who's big? Well, Potemkin is big.
イノ&補助の記憶と記録に残しましょう
I This will definitely work. What the hell? This IK used to be a special from her boss mode form in Double X series. I didn't expect this IK to work though, like this. So that means if I have meter, I can do... Nope. 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 He recovered.
Jam and ポチョムキ記憶と記録に残しましょう。
I don't want to charge this card up every time. Bam has the best IK routes. That's an IK. Nope. I think I need this card for this one. I forgot I had max region on me. Okay, I'll just have to avoid that. The problem with these IKs is like this will work on pot, but this will probably kill like before I get a chance to IK. That bounce doesn't help. I think this needs to be on a medium. Medium or light. Let's try go with Zato. 記憶と記録に残しましょう。 Okay, this might work. Come on. This is one of the first IKs that I learned with Jam. But it needs like a million cards and stuff. It's like the resources for it are pretty impractical. The most common IKs that you'll see in matches are this one. This one, and then like maybe you'll see like a weird like Blitz Shield IK.
And all are principal doing the same thing. Thus it amounts to the same thing, whether one gets drunk alone and I pour myself a drink.
Yep. These Blitz Shield IKs are like Blitz Shield IKs are very like very frame tight. Nage does them a lot. I need to make sure that I record this correctly so it actually does the proper IK and not like work because Zato isn't blocking after his button. Yep. So yeah, Blitz Shield IKs are pretty hype. You'll see Nage do them a lot. Okay, let's do some cool shit. Alrighty, I need you to block everything, crouching. Are allowed to switch. Block the first hit of the string only. When I started playing Guilty Gear, I used to spend a lot of time working out things like do I still have Carnate on? Oh. Like, remember when everyone complains that combos do too much damage, and then you see the combo videos and it's all like chip, like this is normal. GG Steam. How is that even possible? I've left my own room, I guess. Let me just make sure the stream is still running. Are we good? Yeah, we good. Yeah, Guilty Gear Strive complaints. Combos do too much damage. I see Chip in the video and I'm like, that's normal. Like, this is the kind of stuff, like, why I main jam for 700 hours, because like, when you get to hit someone this hard, it just feels so good. I missed it, I would have killed him. Yep. That's one of the main reasons why I use the main jam, because she does weird stuff like that. she does cool stuff like that. And it's big, you know, like, for the kind of character that she is, having to suffer by having to play the game like this in neutral. And you all caught it up, and you get that one hit, and you do the cool thing. It's really satisfying. But it's a trap, kids. Play a real Guilty Gear character.
記憶と記録に残しましょう
Nope. It only works on Chip. She has got kill combos for, I think, with Dizzy and Axel and Milia, but the Chip ones are the ones you'll see very often because Chip is the guy that just dies. But a fully loaded jam can kill half the cost in a single touch. This doesn't work against Axel because the setup to get this to work is different. You see how Axel is too high in the air there? So she needs a different setup to get Axel into that position. This would probably work against Soul. It wouldn't kill Soul, but it would probably work. Nope. Soul doesn't have legs when he's in the air. Where's the hungry boy? Sin. This probably works against Sin. Yep, this will. That timing is different there, I missed it. But it wouldn't, this combo wouldn't kill Sin. It would still do a hell of a lot of damage, but it wouldn't kill him. What other characters? Would this work on Leo? The first part maybe might work against Leo. But yeah, so there's the Exit Jam Players Discord, somewhere in there there's a spreadsheet of like getting this to hit mid combo. There's a trick to it. So this doesn't have enough hit stun to normally combo into that up kick. But if that hits after the first active frame, then it has enough hit stun to work. And there's a lot of setup to get that to work. Like the idea is, I kind of want to have this out and then have my opponent fall on top of it. Like, so that punch hit him like immediately. So I need a different setup for Leo. Which is why Leo gets the tech there. So there's probably a route that here that does work, but I'm not finding it. This doesn't hit him in the air there so nicely. Johnny. If I remember correctly, Johnny is medium heavy. So I might have the same problem with Johnny, in that this just hits him on the first frame and then it won't blink. Oh! But he's heavy. I need to kind of wait this out a little bit. And I got caught instead of super. But yeah, that combo will work on Johnny. That's surprisingly. That's a surprise, which is good. Because Johnny's pretty top tier. I think out of all the like seriously bad top tier characters, I think Jam can actually fight Johnny. Well, until Johnny starts doing this. So like the thing about this game is like I put 700 hours into Jam, right? So me being able to do all of these things with Jam and this kind of level of comfort is like 700 hours of work. So what a lot of people recommend for this game is that you just pick your favorite character and then put in the work and the hours and get good. And then you can be like Teresa and end up in top 8s playing this dumb character. But there's definitely tier list interest in this game. Johnny Boy over here is easily top tier, or at least like top 3 in the game, followed by, if I had to pick another 3 characters very quickly, Alphalt, Ino, and Leo. Like, that's like the top tier of the game. So I think what people tend to do is they tend to play their mains, and then they'll tend to pick a secondary character that is either top tier or a character that does well against the other top tier characters. So I mean, I think Jam does well against Johnny. Because Johnny is mainly like buttons and big things, which like Jam kind of, you know, has answers for mid-range buttons, right? She's got this. She can 6p you in the neutral. She can risk DPing your buttons. Like I think Jam can kind of play against Johnny. And if Johnny whips, like the main strong thing about Johnny is where is it? There we go. So Johnny does stuff like this. And that's like, look at all of that recovery, and then it's like no recovery at all. So like that's one of the main things that makes Johnny strong. But I think Jam can play against that, because if Johnny whips because Jam does, I don't know, this, or you know, he just cuts through a 6p or whatever, then you know, I think Jam can fight Johnny. And if he gets whip punished by something like this, like GG, you got counter hit and you lost 70% of your health of like a baby combo. So Raven is also very good. Raven's also very good. I think he fits into that. He definitely fits into that top 5. Like Johnny, Alfeld, Eno, Leo, Raven can fit in there. And then Kai is also up there. Soul and Kai also up there. They're like, Kai is specifically designed to play this game very well. Like, this character is so fucking boring in this game. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot. I hate this character design. I hate everything about him. It's like that wallpaper paste or like some boring shit, but like, why is he so good in this game? Like, look at this. Like, if Kai starts doing this, Jam can't do anything. Anti-airs, 2H, 6P. But the most dumb thing is by far like, just do that and it's like, oh, I win because now I ate your inputs. You have to hold that. And also like, he's got this, that's a low. And like, how dumb is that, right? Let me just remove the blocking on this guy. Oh, he doesn't even need to RC for that, right? It's like max range sweep, and then you wake up into this thing, you just run up, do your thing free. Like, Kai is dumb. Kai is definitely up there with the dumb characters that do the dumb shit in this game. So yeah, so like Kai and Soul are pretty, like they're designed to play this game pretty well. So they are obviously going to be up there. And then like below them are like the kind of characters that are not really that good, but they can play Guilty Gear Exit. Like they have projectiles that they can RC, they have stuff that they can do. So in this zone, I think of like characters like Ramlethal. Where is the character select screen? How can I forget about this boy? This boy is also like hella top tier. Like top tier characters, I'd say definitely top tier, definitely top tier, definitely top tier, definitely top tier, and he's definitely top tier. And then like on a step below that, I'd say Soul is in there, Raven is in there. Oh, Venom is super top tier, super top tier. Faust is up there as well. She used to be top tier, but this is Exit. This character is pretty good. And then it's like underneath is a list of like characters that can play Guilty Gear but are not necessarily good. So I think like, you know, Chip can play Guilty Gear but he's got problems. Everyone kills him in one hit. This is quite good, but she's got low stun. So she can get some problems. Bedman needs more love. I need more Bedman players to show people how dumb and broken this character is, but this character is pretty strong. Yeah, Venom is a really good character. Was it Peppery Splash that played Venom? But Venom is like really good. If you're blocking against Venom, you're dead, right? He's that good. That's his win condition. My opponent is blocking. Hold all these balls and just die. Viking can play Guilty Gear. May can definitely play Guilty Gear. Kidako May is very strong. Ramnathal can play Guilty Gear. Surprisingly, with all the problems I say she has, Ramnathal can play Guilty Gear. The arm does very well with Ramnathal. Mystic is repping for Viking. He's like the only Viking player in the world. It's the meme. Nobody plays enough answers for people to know the potential of this character. I think Answer can play Guilty Gear very well. I don't think Answer plays to the system mechanics of Guilty Gear all too well, but in terms of his toolkit, I think he can do very well. And then there's problem characters. So, Sin obviously plays Guilty Gear very well. And then, like, problem characters. There's a problem character. Diamond Doe's a god, right? I don't want to take anything away from Diamond Doe when I say this, but I see a lot of Slayer players at Mikado, and they all like training dummy status. Maybe one guy's kind of good, but Slayer is the problem character. I think he's got a lot of good gimmicks, but I don't think he's solid as a Guilty Gear character. Same thing with Melia. Melia has like one win condition, and then it's just the rest of it is just a scramble to get there. Jam is my obvious problem character. Axel's pretty good. Axel's not a problem character. Zato mains be crying, yo. He's not, according to Zato mains, he's not good in this game. And then like Jam, Temkin are like the two characters with the most problems in this game. Like, you'll see Jam players suffer to get like top 16 and top 8 in brackets. Potemkin players just like don't exist when it comes to tournament. But you see them at Mikado all the time, constantly. Mainly Fab, but that's Fab. Fab's a god. Yeah, like, so there definitely is tier list in this game. Some characters are clearly stronger than other characters when it comes to like how rewarding a character is to play versus the effort you need to put in. Clearly some characters are more rewarded than others, but in the Guilty Gear community, people just like, you know, you pick your character and you put your head down, you get good. Teresa makes top 8 every time he enters something with this character. Anyways, so like my plan was I was going to be playing a few sets with some homies, like late night, and just have the stream running, and then they peaced out for whatever reason and just left me to do trading mode stuff. So I mean that's cool, I guess. What am I watching? I don't want to watch this. Where's the intro screens? Did it show me the same? There we go. So yeah, and this mix is now looped on for another loop. It's playing a Russian saxophone again. And with that, I'm gonna peace out, yo. Thanks for popping in and chilling with me while I do weird things in training mode. Peace out, guys. Keep Keep well. I'm gonna host over to another like struggling Guilty Gear dude. Hopefully this works. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by. GG's.